Hey everyone, Jeremy here and welcome back to the channel. Now if you're cruising to the Eastern Caribbean and you see Basseterre St. Kitts on your itinerary, this video is for you. Today I'm giving you the complete cruise port guide to Basseterre, including what the port area is like, how to get around, the best beaches, top attractions, and what to expect if you're exploring independently. By the end of this video, you know exactly how to plan your perfect day in St. Kitts. Also throughout the video, if you have any questions at all, just write them down in the comments section below and we'll do our very best to get back to you with an answer as soon as we possibly can. Alrighty, let's dive in and get started. Cruise ships dock at Port Zante, which is one of the easiest and most passenger-friendly cruise ports in the Caribbean. Now this is a port that has multiple docking berths, and as soon as you walk off the ship, you're already in a welcome area with a shopping complex. Here you'll find souvenir shops, jewelry, and beachwear stores, as well as rum shops and bars to enjoy a cocktail. There's also public restrooms available in the welcome square to utilize, which might be a good idea if you are heading off on a longer island adventure. Now if you're going on a shore excursion from your cruise ship, tours will often meet on the pier ashore. Just check with your cruise line in advance. However, if you are doing your own thing independently, you'll see tour operators and taxis just steps away from the gangway. One of the best things about Basseterre is that downtown is very walkable. If you just want to go out and explore the city, you're essentially right downtown when you exit the cruise designated welcome square. Now admittedly, most of the popular sightseeing options for this port of call involve taking transport further afield and seeing what the island has to offer both inland and along the coast. However, if you decide to explore on foot, downtown Basseterre has a very local, real Caribbean feel. Now let's take a look at this map. Here you can see some of the main landmarks of Basseterre in relation to the cruise port. And you can see from the scale in the corner, all are quite close to each other. So let's take a visual tour. Firstly, Independence Square. Built in 1790 for slave auctions and council meetings, this public square was officially named in 1983 to commemorate the independence of the Island Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis from Great Britain. Independence Square was once a slave market and an active area of commerce, politics, and social life during the second half of the 18th century. A Victorian-era water fountain marks the center of this park area where tourists and residents go just to simply relax or perhaps enjoy a picnic lunch. Next up, the Circus and Berkeley Memorial Clock Tower. To the southwest of Independence Square lies the Circus, which is modeled after Piccadilly Circus in London. The clock tower was built in Glasgow and dedicated to the former president of the Legislative Council of St. Kitts, Thomas B.H. Berkeley, in 1883. Next is the Old Treasury Building and National Museum. Constructed in 1894 in Georgian style and built with local stone, this former government and administrative building now houses the National Museum. The museum displays St. Kitts' colonial and sugar history, the road to independence, and local lifestyle and traditions. Now, important to note, it is advised to check on the museum's opening hours on their website prior to your visit. Downtown Basseterre also has a couple of religious landmarks of significance. The first being St. George's Anglican Church. This is the largest church in St. Kitts, and the building that currently exists dates back to 1867. This church and the buildings that it replaced suffered damage from several disasters, including a major earthquake, hurricanes, and fires. In the graveyard, you will find stones dating from as far back as the early 18th century. The other one is the Church of the Immaculate Conception. Located just to the east of Independence Square, this church was built in 1927 after the original church, dating back to 1856, was demolished on this same site. That being said, as we mentioned earlier, most cruise visitors that visit try to get out and see more of what St. Kitts has to offer. So in order to do that, you're going to need transport. Most visitors get around Basseterre by taxi or by organized tours. Now, if you aren't taking a guided tour from your cruise line, just outside the port gates, you'll find official taxi stands and tour operators. Taxis here are licensed, fares are fixed, meaning not metered, and rates are usually publicly posted. Now, you're going to want to have cash ready as most taxis don't take credit cards. You can expect taxis to take you to scenic viewpoints, or maybe more commonly, the various beaches. Now, as of 2026, you can typically expect one-way prices per person of $12 to $15 US to Frigate Bay, which is roughly a 10 to 15 minute drive from the cruise port. Also $12 to $15 to South Friars Bay, which is just a little further along the coast, roughly a 15-minute drive from the port. And as for the third most common beach option, Cockleshell Bay, which you can actually expect to pay closer to $30 per person each way, as it is approximately a 30-minute drive in each direction. Please note that taxi fares do vary by provider, route, and whether it's a direct ride or it's shared, so always confirm the price with the driver before you get in the car. Now, if you don't want to plan anything yourself, there are plenty of island tour operators right at the port offering 2 to 4 hour island tours depending on what you want to see. Just a tip with these two, the larger the size of the group, the cheaper the per person price will be for those tours. And a tip for the beaches, most do charge a small fee for using chairs and umbrellas, so you do want to bring some cash with you if you want to take advantage of those facilities. That being said, if you buy food or drinks, sometimes that chair rental will be complimentary with purchase. Now, if you're looking for something beyond the beach, St. Kitts really does have some memorable experiences. One of the most famous attractions on St. Kitts, and one of the most impressive historical sites in the entire Caribbean, is Brimstone Hill Fortress. It is a massive 18th century British military fort built high on a volcanic hill overlooking the Caribbean Sea. It was designed to protect the island from invasion and took over 100 years to complete, largely built by enslaved Africans. Today, it's recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, often referred to as the Gibraltar of the West Indies because of how strong and strategic it was. Brimstone Hill is located about a 30 to 40 minute drive from the cruise port, give or take for traffic, and most cruise visitors get here by taxi, local island tour, or most commonly, a cruise line offered shore excursion. Now, please note there is some walking and some steps involved here, so comfortable shoes are a must, especially in the heat. Now, one of my favorite options here and one of the most unique excursions you can do in St. Kitts is the St. Kitts Scenic Railway. This narrow gauge train was originally built over 100 years ago to transport sugarcane, and today it's been transformed into a relaxing sightseeing experience that circles much of the island. The open-air, double-decker rail cars give you panoramic views of the coastline, lush countryside, villages where you can see a lot of fruits being grown in people's backyards, and former sugar plantations, all while enjoying commentary, drinks, and a laid-back Caribbean vibe. The railway is a great option if you want to see a lot of the island without having to actually do a lot of walking, and it's especially popular with first-time visitors to St. Kitts and cruise guests looking for just something easy and scenic. Now, other possible options here include island panoramic tours, catamaran and snorkeling trips, as well as food and rum tasting tours. St. Kitts is very excursion friendly, so either booking through the cruise line or locally can work well. So now that you know what there is to do, time for a few tips to make the most of your day. Alright, so a few quick tips before you go. Whilst the Eastern Caribbean dollar is the official currency, US dollars are widely accepted. Credit cards do work in most tourist areas, however, it is advisable to bring some small cash for things like taxis and tips as well. Another thing you want to do is wear sunscreen. The sun is strong here, even if you've built up a base tan from previous ports. And always keep ship time in mind, because often you might be going a decent distance away from the port, so give yourself plenty of time at the end of the day to comfortably make it back to your ship, especially if you're relying on local transportation. So that is your guide to Basseterre St. Kitts cruise port. St. Kitts is relaxed, it's friendly and welcoming, making it a great port for both first time and seasoned cruisers, and so we hope you have a great time there. Now, if you've been to St. Kitts before, let us know in the comments below, what did you do when you were in St. Kitts, and what would you recommend for first-time visitors? Now, if this video has been helpful in planning your cruise day, don't forget to like it, hit subscribe if you want some more cruise videos coming your way, and otherwise enjoy your time in St. Kitts.